question. Back in your band days with Andrew, did you ever find a way to like make him stop singing?
I mean, he's still singing, so obviously not.
He really didn't sing a lot back then.
No, he genuinely believes he sings well.
He was just
genuinely believes he's handsome too.
He's trying to be our producer.
I mean, I don't blame him for the handsome part because I've seen the women he pulls, and it's not money. So I mean, he's got to believe something about it.
Shit.
Sugar, I'm putting you on the spot. It's the last. Okay. There's nothing else on earth but Andrew and Tiefel. You have to pick one.
Fuck. Man, I can't even answer that until.
No, you have to. You have to.
No, I'd have to be that thirsty to make a choice, and I'm not, so I can't.
It's life or death.
Night, girl.
There's
I went to a gay pool party.
I'm sorry, but there's nobody that thirsty.
I would be all right. I'd be fine by myself.
Like,
no, I'd die without dick in like 2 weeks probably. You need that vitamin D in your life.
So I feel like if I had to choose, like gun to my head, had to choose. I'm choosing Tiefel because he's more humble. And I feel like I could train him better than I could train Andrew.
That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for a woman that loves me enough to change literally everything about me. I want to be a project. I want her to look at me like she looks at palettes in a Pinterest page.
A project is exactly what you are.
I'm a teardown. I already know this.
But how willing are you to change it all?
She's going to have to start by gutting you.
She just pulls up the crocodile knife. Just how willing. I'm getting strong Gem vibes from Chandra over here.
Who?
Gem. She's
being
outrageous.
Truly.
Oh, Gem.
Outrageous. I made that joke in front of my nieces and nephews, and then I chastised my brother for half an hour for failing them.
Hi Larissa. Hi Angie. Let me talk to my kids. Do you guys know who Gem is? Gem and the Holograms?
She's truly outrageous. Truly outrageous.
Where's your video, Sugar?
What I'm not gonna do is put on some makeup in this heat.
Sugar hasn't actually been Sugar for like the last 60 episodes.
Oh.
We replaced her with somebody else. That's why we don't have the camera on, because we couldn't find an exact look.
Oh, okay.
This bitch. Fucking Tiefel. God damn
I'm still mad at you from earlier, Sugar.
Why?
Somebody else does the exact same thing as me, and you're not like, why are you the way you are?
All right, everybody. It's 9 o'clock. About to start the show. Funny, Jake Dickey said, "Hey, I got 2 really sad things to start the show with. 2 deaths." I'm like, man, I don't know how you stack shows there in your country, but here in the United States, we do those at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should do it at the beginning.
What did you say, Gina?
Maybe we should do it at the beginning so that we can talk about it, and we don't want to leave the show. We don't want to be like, funny, haha, by the way, rest in peace. That's not fun.
Go ahead, Donnie.
I mean, you can only go 6 feet up after that.
Wait, raise your hands. Go ahead, Donnie.
If we do the sad stuff first, then we'll feel bad making jokes the rest of the time. Like, that's disrespectful.
No.
I won't.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we'll take a vote.
I think it depends who died.
Once the show starts, we'll take a vote. If we can make fun of them or not. All right, who is it? Is someone really close?
If I die, I give you all permission to do the show after my death and roast the shit out of me.
Okay, sounds good.
Wow, cry for days.
All right, here, this portion of the show brought to you in part by
We'll cry for a minute.
Harold Jaffe Jewelers. Harold Jaffe Jewelers. where Toledo gets engaged.
Excuse me.
Also by
You're gonna call me out already on
didn't
the
mean
show?
to talk about you like that, sugar. Also, Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn. That is the popcorn to the stars. Best popcorn in Toledo. Make sure you check it out. Jeff's Hauling and Cleanup. They do hauling, and Chandra. Not only do they do hauling, they also do cleanup. So hauling and cleanup. Now you can get them for hauling or cleanup. Or you can do both.
Andrew,
I feel like he's baiting us.
He is.
They also do
Nobody
hauling.
say anything.
Hauling, yes.
Damn it, Chandra.
Yes, they also do hauling, Chandra. That's true. Good girl. All
But
right,
wait, there's more. Sorry.
no, there's really not. Just hauling and cleanup. There's really not more. All right, here we go.
And now, our feature presentation.
Now, the most redundant part of the show.
Is it though?
Like I said last week, it's like when networks put their logo in the bottom of the screen that we forgot we were watching NBC.
He just likes to hear his name. Look at him. He's so into it right now.
He's grooving to it.
I bet he plays this during
His
sex.
little forehead bounce around.
Shut up, sugar.
I wouldn't be surprised if this song wasn't on his sex mix.
All right, everyone, welcome to the show, everybody. It is Monday, August 24th, 2020, of the year of our Lord. Pandemic day number 932. Chris Tiefel, comedian Chris Tiefel up on the top row. Next to him, the newest member of the crew, Chandra, is in the house.
Hey.
Right
how's it
underneath
going?
Tiefel is Gina, Southside Gina. Jake Dickey is right under my ass.
Yes, dude.
Are you okay?
Donnie P is next to him.
What up?
And Sugar Vermont, Toledo's drag queen. Woo! Welcome,
People, I'm
everybody.
never going to be able to listen to that song without laughing now.
Now here's my question.
Yes, Chandra.
You put me in a band, and then you record a song all about your name, and you don't have me record the song about you.
Hold on. We're not a band.
No. So here's
Wait,
how.
this is a band?
So
Sugar, you just been high this
No.
whole time. We
I'm
told
like,
you it was
wait a minute,
podcast.
guys. These edibles might be kicking in. Are we in a band right now?
Oh, I have
Yes,
cymbals.
you're on tambourine.
so,
I got finger cymbals.
so let me tell you. So how I know Chandra, Donnie asked when we were off the air. Donnie's like, or Chris Tiefel, I can't remember which one, but one asked, "Well,
was
where
me.
do you know Chandra from?" And I said,
Andrew,
okay.
stop for a second. We got pause.
Okay.
The feed is not working.
What?
I feel
sorry,
like I'm
sorry.
hilarious.
Sorry.
It's just,
There.
it's just spinning.
We're good. All right. So no, the audio was there. I just had it on starting soon. I didn't hit the video.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So, what was I saying? Oh, so Chandra. So they were asking, how do I know Chandra? And I said, I think I've known Chandra before anyone else here. Because back when P. Diddy was doing the making the band on MTV, remember when MTV was relevant?
She was your
Remember when
defense
P. Diddy was
attorney.
relevant?
Yeah, when P. Diddy was relevant, and he was doing making the band when MTV was relevant. Well, at that time, I decided that, well, I'm as big as P. Diddy.
Yes.
Obviously, I need to have making Z Band.
Seriously. Oh my God.
You want to make the band?
So we did a whole contest on the air,
Oh my God.
and Chandra was in. We had 5 people. We had a rapper named B. Wills. We had
Of course you did.
Oh, he's so good.
Yes, we had a musician. Well, because of me and my tutorial, I took him under my wing. We had Jake Paluski was in the band. Was in the band.
By the way, he's playing at Tequila Sylvania tonight.
Also so
Nice.
good.
Oh my God.
See, look at that. See,
How about timing?
see, and then Chandra was in there, and then we had a couple other people as well. So it was 5 total. And sadly, we only did one performance ever.
Hey, at
You
least
know, and we took a bunch of promo pictures,
Oh
and
my
we
God.
never saw them. And,
Those are in his private collection.
yeah,
Oh
what
my
happened to
God.
those, I don't know, but
I've been to one of those photo shoots.
We all have.
Donnie, we're gonna look so good when we're all naked. You go. You go first. Don't mind the hole in the
Hold
wall.
on.
No, we're gonna edit that part out.
This is totally
Excuse
legit. Yes,
Hold on.
sugar.
What kind of show is this?
Make sure everyone raise your hand. So I want everyone to get their time because we added a person, so it's going to throw everything off and whatever. So anyway, so that's where I know Chandra making the band. One performance we did it at Levis Commons at the apartment complex there. And I remember at the end of the one song that we did, the end of the big performance, it was a huge pool party, and then B. Wills jumped into the water at the end, and he was like, it was so cool.
Would that be Preston Gardens, by the way?
Yes, Preston Gardens at Levis Commons,
Yep.
where Jimmy Ham used to live, and it was great back then. When I was somebody back then, they gave me a key so I could use the pool whenever I wanted to. Yes.
Oh,
That's
wow.
good because after 10 p.m. now, you can't. If you're not Andrew Z, you can't be in the pool. At 10 p.m.
Do you still happen to have this key?
No, that was 12
And
years
now
ago. We
if
were thinking.
If you try to get in, they'll call the Perrysburg cops.
Well, of course. And that's still the.
we got a beached
and I'm not their
whale in our pool.
favorite. Oh, shut up, Tiefel. Okay, so anyway, that's it. What else is going on? Let's start with Donnie P. How was your weekend?
Oh my gosh,
What?
it was crazy, man.
What'd you do?
I don't even know where to start. Should we go with the smell in the garage? Should we start there?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I want to know about.
Always.
So,
If for just to let you know, if that's an option, always where you start.
all right. Well, I got a few weeks ago I talked to you about this little pool I got where I hurt myself doing a belly smacker and I hit the ground and I have to chlorinate this thing every night. It's like a cup of chlorine goes in this tiny, like
Wait,
oversized
the pool
kiddie
or
pool.
yourself?
Both. I inject that. It's chlorine for the pool, hydrochloroquine for myself.
Oh, good. That's how he stays so healthy. It makes sense.
Well, I got to go in there every night and get the chlorine, and I started to smell like a stink. Like it smelled like rotting garbage. And I'm like, it's probably just the garbage. And then I'm like, wait, I don't keep the garbage in the garage. It's in the bin next to the house. And in typical, just me fashion, I just hope if I ignore it, it'll go away. That's step one.
That's me
for
too.
a guy thing.
Step one, ignore it.
Do you realize you did a show with Brandon Dorrit for years, and that philosophy did not stay true?
Right.
If you ignore it, he'll just go away.
Well, he did go away. So
Yeah, he did.
I'm sad.
Went to California.
Kelly.
I mean, you just got to stick with it, Jake.
Yeah.
So
When's Tiefel go?
So it got worse. Oh, sorry. So the smell started getting worse and worse. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's a mouse. I'm talking to people at work.
Over days? How long was this?
Like 5 days.
No.
And here's the thing. I'd look around in my garage, but it's so packed full of junk that I can only see the first row of stuff. You have to start climbing things to get in there. So it could be anywhere.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, so I was like, maybe it's a little mouse, like a field mouse, because I've seen I've seen the cat catch a mouse before, and my buddy's like, no, a mouse isn't gonna smell that bad. I was like, something's dead in there, and our cat's fine.
Yeah.
The neighbor,
all the kids are accounted for, right?
The kids are accounted for.
Okay.
The neighbors their dogs are still there. So finally, I'm like, I just gotta look around, and I had to start climbing stuff, and I see way over next to the couch, under the mattress, to the left of the Barbie castle, just a pile of what looked like stuffing from a pillow. I thought it was fun. I was like, is that fur or is that stuffing from a pillow?
It was a possum. It was a possum.
I was
wasn't
like, it was a possum, dude.
What?
I called it.
It was a
I called it.
dead possum.
Really?
In
Did
my
it
garage.
eat your hydrochloroquine? How did it die?
So here's the thing.
Your stock of hydrochloroquine, you leave that in the garage, right?
Well,
I'm not thinking he performed an autopsy.
There's still an investigation.
The results aren't back yet.
Well, there was some chew marks on the extension cord that runs the oversized kiddie pool filter. My wife's like, maybe he got electrocuted, but it was way far away from the cord, so it would have got electrocuted,
stumbled,
survived, but the injuries sustained in said electrocution killed it later.
What the hell?
Go ahead, Tiefel.
I just loved how he described the looking for the smell. If it had been his wife that had smelled it, by her looking for it, would have been moving stuff around and reorganizing the entire garage and then eventually they'd find the smell. But he just did the same thing that guys get yelled at for all the time. They're like, hey honey, can you grab this thing? Opens up. I can't see it. It's not here. Wife comes by. It's behind this thing right here. It's even taller than the thing in front of it. It's right here.
Jake, go ahead.
So I think it's funny that Donnie brought this up because before we went on air, I looked over at Donnie, and I don't know if you guys know this, but Donnie sold me my car because, Donnie P did it for me.
Yes.
Boom.
Boom. He wouldn't do it for me, and he laughed.
So when I start my car recently, and I called Donnie, I called you the other day, and I was like, all right, I got to call Donnie because this isn't right.
He just sells them, right? He doesn't fix them, right?
I know, but
first thing you think of, I got to call Donnie.
Well, no, because I was like, Donnie's got the hookup. Like he knows people that can look into the vents. Because I don't know anyone that would look into the vents and go, all right, there's something probably dead in there.
And you help enough people that you hear these things. There's definitely something in there.
Yeah, so when I start the car for the first 30 seconds, it's when it's really hot out, and it's been sitting in the sun all day. There's just this terrible smell that comes from the vents.
Gross.
And you're like, what the hell is that?
Oh my god!
And then you crank it to 3, and then it's fine. 30 seconds later, and you don't smell it again until you're not in the car for another 40 minutes, and then you come back out from shopping, and you're like, oh my god, it's still here. There's something dead in my car
in there.
somewhere. I don't know where.
But you can't find it either.
I can't find it. I don't know where it's at.
And it's funny because I have my garage for 5 days smelled disgusting. Like last week. So it was a thing. Like I'm following your story, Donnie, and see where it crosses where it parts ways, because we're on the same path. Most of it can't find it. Our garage is a mess. I looked out there. I'm like, I don't see anything. Well, it stunk up until, and then I realized we had a bunch of blow-ups.
Dolls?
Like mattresses and things that had holes in them or whatever. And they
Why
were
do the mattresses have holes?
And they were wet.
Wait, is that just your breath coming back at you?
No, because Colleen does a deal monkey, so we have all these extra inflatables. That she sells.
They're all nasty and have holes in them. This is a great ad at Deal Monkey Studios.
No, these are ones we weren't going to sell because they had holes in them. But the problem was
they test them.
Yeah,
so here's what I don't.
Thank you.
Hey, you do not want to know how they test the mattresses.
So here's the part I don't get.
Yeah.
If you tested them and they have holes, why didn't you just throw them away?
Because I hadn't got to testing them yet.
So how do you know they have holes?
This was the test.
This story's starting to have holes.
Deal Monkey Studios, really, I don't know. Questionable enterprise over here.
I think there's something out there. I'm not buying the whole. It's the old stinky mattress.
That's just what he told Colleen, so that he doesn't have to go look for dead things. He's like, no, babe, it's a blow up thing.
Go ahead, Sugar.
For some unknown reason, I have just a whole bunch of mattresses that are wet with holes in them in the garage. Just for a normal reason, guys. It's for a normal reason.
It's not just mattresses. It was a couple kiddie pools, and it was a bunch of other stuff. It was
that
stuff.
makes it more creepy.
It was stuff that I hadn't gotten to test yet.
Why are you cheating on the mattresses?
It was in the driveway. They were in the driveway, and it rained. So I pulled them into the garage because it was starting to rain.
Funk on it.
Yeah, and so I sat there for a couple days, and then they started to get the funk, and I just had to throw them all away. Go ahead.
I'll put my sniffer on it when I get
No, that's it.
Is it gone?
You answered my question. I was like, if you hadn't tested them, how do you know they have holes in it? But you're like, oh, it has the funk on it. Right?
I was gonna test them for holes, and once they had the funk on them, I couldn't save them. They had to go. Go ahead, Tifo.
Am I the only one on this show without mysterious stenches to solve this week?
In the garage?
This seems like a common denominator with each other.
I know. Go ahead, Tifo.
I think I've pinpointed why your neighbors hate you.
Why? Yes.
Because you have inflatables with holes and wet on your driveway.
I know. And right now,
who does that?
And right now, I have one of those giant 15-passenger vans, but I had to take the seats out to travel merchandise. So now the seats have been sitting there for 4 days in the driveway. So it's Perrysburg that just doesn't go. Go ahead,
Glad
Gina.
that you mentioned that, because I inboxed your wife 3 days ago. No, I'm just kidding. It was earlier today. I need to use your van tomorrow.
I got a body.
You have COVID. Do you have COVID?
Yeah, don't you? Did you get a test?
I mean, I'm going to assume not, because them fuckers never got back to me, so I'd be dead by now.
You're just going to assume not? No,
she's been wait.
That's how it works.
Gina has been the one across the entirety of this show who's like, get your shit together, get a test.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. And
Wear
she's
your
like,
mask.
I'm just going to, I'm going to assume these fuckers didn't get back to me.
Gina, you do understand, Gina, that you assume that you have it. You don't assume that you don't have it.
Okay, first of all, I haven't went anywhere. Second of all,
spoken like a true Trumper.
Second of all, the people I was with when we went camping that were all sick together have all been tested and got the results back, and they're all negative. So I'm going to assume that I also had the same whatever they had.
Oh, yeah. I once slept with a hooker who had
Probably
AIDS,
not.
and I didn't get it. You know, I'm just going to assume I didn't get it.
But we all had the same symptoms, and they got tested and were negative.
But the symptoms of coronavirus are the same symptoms as a regular ass cold.
Exactly. That's why I think I just had a regular ass cold.
Well, you think,
Not an ass
but you're
cold.
not
Or
a
is it deathly
doctor.
cold?
Oh my God! I just think this is brilliant coming from the woman who preached and preached and preached, and you're just like, yeah, I don't.
When did you get your
I
Anyways, I
haven't
need a
went
15%
anywhere. What do you want me to
conversion
do?
ban.
I can't
But you wanna go
quarantine
tomorrow.
any more than quarantine.
You have to quarantine 14 days, though. You're talking about going out tomorrow and taking my van and putting COVID all in it.
I'll
With
clean
15
it or
passengers.
something.
Listen,
when did you
when
take
you
your
pick up the
test?
van, you
One at a
got to
time.
make sure that it's filled up with the same amount of COVID as when you picked it up.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you-
Like the gas tank?
Ooh, Gina, you mad, girl. Gina's sitting there mad.
I know,
I
look
see
at her,
her
look
face.
at her. I know
Let me
she's
zoom in on
mad.
his pissed off face.
I don't care. I'm gonna come get his van tomorrow anyway. It doesn't really matter.
All right. So, by the way, Chandra, we didn't tell you. If you want to talk, you got to raise your hand there, and I'll call on you.
Nobody follows that rule.
But nobody follows that rule. Everyone just jumps in.
We're
No,
trying
no,
to.
there's a digital hand, but Tifa will have to show you how to use it. So
Oh,
I
a
apologize.
digital hand.
Yes, there's a digital
Yeah,
hand.
by the way,
Open up your chat. Open up the chat, the participants, and you'll see it.
Chris knows everything about a digital hand.
Everything there
Anything
is to
about a
know.
physical hand, too.
Yeah, a physical hand that he knows nothing about except his own. All right.
God.
Still a hand!
It is still a hand. So, Chandra, tell us about you.
Yes.
Like you're on the dating game. Tell us a little bit about you.
On the dating game. Well, I'm not on the dating game. I'm married. But let's see. I'm originally from this really tiny town in Michigan, which has a bunch of cows.
You're gonna have to be more
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah, right.
You just
How many
described the state of Michigan.
Well, we were actually the dairy capital of Michigan, where there's so many cows.
Oh,
So,
fancy.
Ton.
yeah, we have a giant cow statue downtown.
Yes,
What's it
and
called?
you have like 5 cheese stores, and I love it.
Yes.
What's it
it's
called?
amazing. Elsie.
Pizzacana.
What?
Elsie.
Elsie.
Oh, I thought you said Pizzacana.
Oh, this is exactly like
Oh,
a
yeah.
cow, right? That gives milk.
Yeah, like Elsie the cow. Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, and I like
Never
to
heard of
sing.
that.
Wait, so where in Michigan is Elsie?
It's
Where-
like center-ish, like here,
Center. Oh, okay, right in the middle of the state.
here.
Just smell the cheese and follow it.
All
It'll
right.
be one of these
Good old
coastal garage.
mid-Michigan.
All right. So Chandra, I know that you recently got your her did. You got your her did, and you
yeah.
posted about it online. What happened?
Oh my gosh. Well, so I am already kind of second guessing it because I cut bangs in my hair and I haven't had bangs in years, and this is like a traumatic thing for women. I don't know if people know this or not, but like if you change up your hair and you need, anyway, so I posted a before and after of my hair, and I was already second guessing it, and then some random guy from my little cow town posted.
Not me.
No. Posted that it looks better before.
Oh, wait a minute.
Right.
I want to test Tiefel real quick. I want to test Tiefel. Tiefel, let's pretend any girl, because I want to find out if this is maybe one of the reasons. Maybe it's a breakthrough here. She's going to help Chris with a breakthrough. Let's say any woman gets her hair done, okay? And even though your inner voice says you liked it before better, what do you post when a woman would ask which one you like better? Now, you personally like the before better, but she asks for your honest opinion. What would you say?
It would be one of the only times I use the word fierce. You look fierce, girl.
Now?
Fierce?
Okay. Well,
I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
Fierce?
I have to think of a ridiculous word to say to cover up the other. Okay?
To cover up the... What do you mean?
And it still sounds like a compliment. So I'm covered.
Wait a minute, what? Go ahead, Jake. I don't understand.
I think the word you're looking for is sup.
What?
What's
No.
up?
I'm not. I purposely avoid commenting, liking any post in which a woman is asking how she looks or anything like that, because I do not want to fall into some weird trap by saying the wrong thing, thinking I'm being clever, thinking I'm being funny, or something like that. I either like it, move on, or I don't. Because if I'm the first person to like it, that's creepy.
Go ahead, Gina.
Tifo. I posted a before and after picture.
Oh yeah, I don't care about.
When my daughter did my makeup, and Tifo says, "You look like the lady that stabbed her husband with a dead squirrel in the before picture."
Oh.
Yeah. And again, I said lady.
All right, go ahead, Sugar.
Like online, and I'm in that situation. Like if it's a stranger, I'll just be generically nice. But if it's a friend, I'm gonna roast your ass.
Really?
Like, I'm gonna go in hard. Yes, I'm like, you stupid bitch. Can you glue your hair back on? God damn it.
Like in specifically the Chandra example, like her hair looks nice now, so I could genuinely say it looks nice without commenting on the before. But I also don't know her, so like Sugar said, if I knew her a lot better, I might get away with something a lot worse.
But then you're actually giving me hope for you then, because I thought for sure, because you can't turn off logic. Like, so if you see the before and you think it's better, I'm surprised that you have the filter and have the ability to actually say that you like the second better. Good for you. Go ahead, Donnie.
Hypothetically,
Hey, because on my Facebook all week, I post something. I'm like, I'm having a great day. It's sunny. And Tifa will be like, actually, on Google Weather, it says it is partly cloudy.
No, that is no.
That's absolutely true.
It was
That
one
is
post.
100% true.
It was one post where she was crushing on her doctor that gave her COVID test, and she's like Facebook stalking this guy, and then so I go and I look, and then just to mess with her, I'm like, well, technically your doctor's only a PA, so your crush is based on a card of lies.
He's only okay. So here's why I thought you would fail the Chandra test as well, Tifel, because yesterday I posted a status. I had made steaks, and I said, "Here's a tip for everybody that makes steaks: you can't use too much seasoning."
Agreed.
So
wait, stop there. Stop there. Wait, stop there. Stop there. Now, anybody listening to the guy? First off, I was also messing with
I'm going to go to the comments.
Anyone actually listening to that or seeing that comment, there was no such thing as too much seasoning. Do you come away from that comment going, oh, well, what he actually means is that you can under-season?
Yes.
What?
Everybody.
I think that's exactly what he was saying.
Most people don't care that much to analyze it, most people aren't trying to read into the second layer of the comment.
Right, sugar.
But that's not even on the first layer of the comment. He literally
wait, hold on.
And then all I was doing...
Hold on, Tifel. So, Sugar, so here's Tifel. So he says, actually, you can over-season.
Read the actual comment, because I did not use the word actually.
No,
Dick.
He said something, and then I'm the one that posted after him and said, well, actually.
First off, my comment was twofold. One, because there was somebody who commented it before me that he didn't even say shit to. All right? He commented the exact same thing.
Sweet teacher. She's a nice teacher, and then he comments, why aren't you mad at her?
What?
And then the particular person that commented is kind of a dick when it comes to like basic humanity.
Right. So he's a dick.
I was doing a twofold thing. One, just to say like, look, we can agree on some things. Just making a joke about that, and plus I was just messing with Andrew. Period, because that's just fun.
So like I explained to Tifel in the comment after. So I say you can't season too much. He goes, well, technically you can.
Actually.
So actually,
if you eat more than 152 grams of paprika at a time, it can turn into color in your tummy.
So
that was the best Tifel impression I've ever heard.
Worst Tifel impression
So I have to explain to Tifel. Well, obviously, Tifel, you can't put a pound of seasoning on. You can't put a whole the bottle of seasoning on. The point was that people under season. Oh, nobody got that point. I'm like,
nobody got that point
got
from what
that
you were
point.
saying.
Except everybody.
Except everybody in Jake just said
the point's not even in there. He literally says you can't have too much seasoning.
Hold on.
How are you looking at that and going, well, just some
know
people
what
under-season?
hyperbole is? Do you not
I
know
understand.
what that means?
First off, I understand what hyperbole is, and I know that he was joking around. I was messing back with him at first, but then whenever he tried to claim that was his actual point, then he was just being stupid.
Go ahead, Jake.
So, as a guy who worked in a steakhouse for a long time, when you
God, I cannot.
When you think you have enough seasoning and enough salt on the steak, add a little bit more.
Here you go. See, that's from a guy that worked at a steakhouse. Okay.
Did he actually cook the steak?
Okay, all right. Real quick, funny story. The guy who owns the steakhouse taught me how to cook a steak, and I did that for a woman once, and she was like, "You really over-season these steaks." And I was
Vindication.
And then I told my boss, he goes, because I went to him and I was like, hey man, I really want to cook the steak dinner for this girl tonight, man. It's like I want to ace this, you know what I mean? I want to ace this so I can ace this. And he was like, how'd it go? And I was like, she told me I over-seasoned the steaks, I overcooked them, and that because her apartment was so small, it was like in February at the time, so I filled up her entire apartment because I was doing it on a cast iron in her, kitchen. So the whole apartment smoked up, and she just was. That was the end of our relationship.
So here's the quick issue, and we'll wrap it up. But is that you can oversalt.
Yes.
You cannot over-season.
Agreed. Because he told me, and I swear to God, he goes, when you think you have enough salt, add more salt.
Oh, no.
Then I assaulted that steak.
But did you pepper it?
Technically, actually.
Look at how mad Tifo gets. Wait, we have to let Chandra talk because she's been had her hand up for like 20 minutes.
I did have my hand up for it's okay. Well, no, I never really finished my hair story because the most dramatic part of it was I was so upset that this guy had the audacity to comment on my hair when he's just a random guy from high school, and I didn't even ask an opinion. I just put a picture up. Right? I didn't say which looks better.
Oh, wow.
So I'm all upset. I go to this group where everyone's supposed to be nice to each other and just like each other's pictures and put nice comments. I was like...
Sounds like Facebook, but boring.
Right. Well, kind of. I said, can we light this guy up for being an idiot? Which I realized in retrospect.
You incited a mob.
I know I did. And... Then in a couple minutes, there was hundreds of comments. And so then I started feeling really bad, like we were cyberbullying him. And
that was not a proportional response, girl.
It was not.
He's in the Facebook protection program now.
I think your hair looks stupid. But you're like, 500 strangers are going to call it.
Let me ask you guys a question, because I want to take a break, but has this happened to you to where you read a comment in a group that's not yours, or just it's someone else's Facebook page or a group or whatever, and this person is obviously wrong, so you decide to chime in with your comment, and has it ever backfired? You're thinking that everyone's going to come to your defense and roast this guy, and it turns around on you. Have you ever had that happen?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
You gotta put yourself out there.
You do. We're like, wait a minute, am I living in a bizarro world? Because I know that I was on the right. I was on the side of good and right. He was on the side of evil.
On the side of the angels.
Yeah, I was on the side of the angels. How is this turning on me like this? Oh God, it's the worst. All right,
it's like real life for me.
it's like this show for you every week.
It's like Bumble for Tiefel.
All right, this portion of the show brought to you in part by Extreme Class Limousines, Toledo's reliable limousine company, and they also do errands, and they do groceries, grocery guy, errand guy, limo guy, Extreme Class Limousines. DMX Lawn and Landscape.
Y'all gonna make me mow your lawn up in here.
That's right, mowing your lawn all up and down, mowing all up and down your lawn. About to mow that lawn.
Sounds like some WAP nonsense to me.
Love it.
Memorable lights, bringing your memories to light. Chandra, they do 3D print lithophanes, which are photos seen through light.
All right.
And here's the thing: they have night lights and cube lights. Chandra, coming soon. lampshades.
Sandra, they've been coming soon for 4 months now.
Well, I've been looking for new lampshades. So.
Yeah. Oh, see, she needs some new lampshades.
The technology still has not been developed.
Let's start by defining. Let's have Tifo define soon for us because he wants to.
Technically, anything less than 3 months, 31 days, and 24 seconds is not soon.
Thank you, Tifo.
Coming soon, strobe lights. That's just when they just put their hand in front of it every other day.
Actually, it's like Trump with the vaccine. It's coming. It's right around the corner.
Well,
right around the corner.
Well, that's why they're coming soon, because the scientists that normally would design the lampshades are working on
the vaccine.
Donnie, I don't know if you know this, but soon they'll just appear magically. It's like they would have always been here, but just someday they'll just appear.
For these companies that are taking way too long for this stuff, I'll tell you, it might be coming soon. It will come sooner if you play with the balls.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
There you go.
We can't tell one blowjob joke during the commercials. Damn it.
Lufka all natural skincare and household cleaners, reusable household products, natural toothpaste, body scrubs, soaps, lotions, essential oils, and so much more. Lufka all natural, the Country Charm shops in Perrysburg. So I want to talk about this. Donald Trump not my favorite guy, but I don't want this to go down to politics because I feel bad. Kellyanne Conway, who is the counselor to the president,
Skeletor.
She was the campaign manager for Trump's 2016 campaign. So
third one, right?
But she was the one that got him past over the finish line. Very important lady. Well, she is now leaving the president. She is now leaving at the end of the month, leaving the White House, and we know why. We knew why before she made the announcement. And like I said, I don't want this to go into bashing the president, or I don't even want to get too much into this. I do kind of. So she's got a 15-year-old daughter, Claudia Conway. All right, just to let you know. So Kellyanne Conway works for the president. Her husband hates the president, so he's actually started a group to get. He's a Republican, but started a group to get rid of the president. So she loves the president. He hates the president. So in the middle is their 15-year-old daughter, Claudia.
Attract.
What's that? Yeah, opposites attract. So over the weekend, Claudia started to post on Facebook. She said, "I'm devastated." Wait, hold on. I'm going to start at the beginning. Okay, so her first post is Kellyanne Conway. Her mom makes a post on Twitter, says discussing with POTUS, safely is the most important word when considering when and how to open our schools. So Claudia Conway, her 15-year-old daughter, retweets her mom's post with a comment. You know life isn't fair when you wake up to your own mother speaking aside a homophobe and a rapist. This is her mom's boss. Snap. Then she says, "Want to go on my mother's phone and set WAP as her ringtone."
Thank you.
Yes, bitch, I live for her.
I like how we have our own cart girl.
Then she says, "I'm devastated that my mother is actually speaking at the RNC, like devastated beyond compare." So now people are starting to use this 15-year-old girl as "you go girl," like, yeah, give it to your mom. We hate Trump too. So there's something sad about it because she's 15. She doesn't, So then she says, "I'm officially pushing for emancipation. Buckle up because this is probably going to be public one way or another. Unfortunately, welcome to my life." I know now it gets icky. And she says, "I've been using social media as an outlet to express my passions individually and to shed light on some hardships. I've been vulnerable for a reason. Thank you for supporting me. My mother's jobs ruined my life to begin with. Heartbreaking, and she continues to go down that path after years of watching her children suffer. Selfish. It's all about money and fame, ladies and gentlemen." Eho. So then she goes, "As for my dad, politically we agree on absolutely nothing. We just both happen to have common sense when it comes to our current president. Stop standing him." And I guess standing is like
being a fan of.
Being a fan of. Thank you. And so then all of a sudden she says, then the next, so she posts all that stuff. The next day she wakes up, she says, "Why am I trending on Twitter?" So like everyone is like liking her post, and then she says, life is becoming way too much, so I am taking a mental health break from social media. See y'all soon. Thank you for the love and support. No hate to my parents, please. And that was the end of her rant. And then Kellyanne says, I'm leaving the presidency to devote my time to my family. And then her dad goes, I'm leaving my group to devote time to the family. So they're trying to put the family back together. And so it's there's a lot of sadness to it. But I'm thinking, how many of us who have teenage daughters could see where, I mean, you can't control them.
Having a bad day and popping off.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's why I feel bad for her as a parent of a teenager.
Well, yeah. I don't think, I don't look bad on either of the parents for that situation.
No, I don't know. I don't either. I mean, I feel bad. I know I said feel bad, not look bad.
Well, one thing I read about, or one thing I heard in that, and like you know, it said it ruined her life. So we've got to look into what's her daily life. What's her daily life like because her mom works for the president, and how are people treating her because her mom works for the president?
That is interesting. I actually reached out to her, which I don't. There's definitely some sort of ethical something that I'm like, hey, I would like to do an interview with you, talk about your situation, because your parents are on opposite sides.
Did you slide into a 15-year-old girl's DM?
I did. It was 100% professional. Go ahead, Sugar.
What was it? Oh, in terms of like the ruining the life and the job ruining the life, and just in kind of defense of actual reality, any parent who has a super demanding job, let alone any parent whose job is the White House on either side, that's going to be your life for 4 or 8 years. And that's just like a calculated choice. And you kind of think to yourself, is this worth my time? Because it's going to be 100% of my time. And I'm an expert of this because I watched The West Wing and they had a whole episode about it.
Well, the thing is with this is like that's got to be the greatest job, to be able to go to the White House every day.
And the most challenging,
But then your family's going to suffer. Go ahead, Jake.
So you got to figure you're in the midst of one of the most controversial presidents of all time. She's what, 16?
15, yeah.
So that's been a quarter of her life that she's had to deal with it. That's 1/4 of her life that she's just been probably ridiculed because her mom supports, this guy.
Especially if you follow her Twitter for the last couple of days, she's 100%. She's like a Bernie Sanders, go out and vote Biden. Like she cannot stand the president for good reason, and so it probably makes it even worse. Go ahead, Jake.
So I posted this earlier with us and just us, and now I'm going to say it publicly. Like, I feel like it's weird that all the Trump supporters call themselves the silent majority, but none of them will ever shut the hell up.
Right. They're definitely not silent. Go ahead, Gina.
Well, I think Chandra was first.
Oh, go ahead, Chandra.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say the things that they're saying to her now, like on Twitter, like calling her like a whore and all these things, but she's only 15 years old.
Jesus.
They're attacking her now on the other side where she's only a child, but they're saying she's old enough to have all these opinions and it's old enough to make all this difference and, be a big deal in the news. But
I will say she's 15, but if you put yourself out there on the internet, you have to expect half of the people aren't going to agree with you. It's going to get crazy.
15-year-olds definitely think things through. Definitely.
Well, I know 15-year-olds are stupid. I don't know how any of us survived that age. It's stupid.
Right. But like half the people aren't going to agree with you, and they're going to very vocally disagree with you on the internet. But do you really have to call a 15-year-old a whore?
Right. I know.
I mean, she really likes WAP. Just kidding, guys. I'm not actually saying she's a whore. All right, but WAP is a filthy song, and she likes that.
Gina, go. Jesus.
So, and also kind of on the same lines as what Chandra was saying. How awful were people on the left? So it would have had to be people on the left being to her to make her feel like her mom's job ruined her life. Right. And now people on the right are attacking her and calling her a whore and this, that, and that. Like, we are horrible humans right now.
I know it.
The U.S.
really are.
I'm not saying any side. I am talking about all around in general. We are being horrific humans right now.
Here's what I'll say, Gina, is that what you can like Trump, you can not like Trump. It doesn't matter at this point. It's just so toxic. We gotta be a change. There's gotta be a breathing. We're just gonna all go. Oh, man, I want this nice old guy that's just going to sit in a rocker and stop and not tweet and just freaking give us a break. You know, whether you like it or not, we just really need some sort of control. Go ahead, Tifel.
So I have to admit, I'm not a fan of Kellyanne Conway, like, at all.
Right.
And I'm not a fan of her husbands either. I actually kind of think they're playing this weird, sick game. But I have to admit, you know, earlier today when I saw the news, I was kind of chuckling about it. Like, you know, you're leaving the White House and you got to, like, fix all the stuff you broke at home. And I kind of chuckled at it but the more I think about it, I actually kind of respect the move.
Oh, I
because because you hear politicians all the time, like, I'm retiring to focus on my family, and you're like he was totally doing the pool boy.
Right.
Yeah.
But in this instance, you actually have verifiable in public.
It's played out.
There's some weird shit. There's some shit going down at home that she needs to focus on. But and I realized this probably was all a slow burn with her daughter. You know, there's probably been many fights at home. There's probably been many things leading up to it. But it came to a head. She recognized it, and instead of just going, no, this is too important, I need to stay here and, like, violate the Hatch Act a little bit more, then she was like, no, my daughter needs me. Yeah. I need to go home.
Well, and I think the way I felt so bad as I put myself in her place. I have 13-year-old girls, which they haven't got to that point yet. Mm-hmm. But I am. There's going to be a point where you're just like you can't control them anymore, and you're not going to like what they maybe some things that they say or some things that they do or whatever or feel, and you're just going to. It's got to frustrate you as a parent to not be able to just watch this and not be able to do anything about it.
The only hope any of my future possible children have is if they rebel.
Go ahead,
That's
Jake.
the only hope they have.
So anyone else feel like this could be like Kellyanne's way out of this? Bannon just got nailed for some more corrupt stuff, and like things are coming down the pipeline. She's like, I got to get out of here before it really hits.
Totally. She saw an opportunity and jumped ship. I think.
Yep.
Maybe.
So the whole thing's fake news. It's fake. The 15-year-old doesn't feel that way.
No, I think it happened, and then she's using it as an excuse to jump ship so she can still maintain Trump's loyalty and trust.
I swear to God, I see them at Disneyland next week, and I'm going to call foul.
No, that'd be good for them. All right, anyway. Let's take a quick break. This portion of the show brought to you in part by Glick Electrical Services provides both commercial and residential service to the clients. Services ranging from installing simple light fixtures to installing generators at factories. They do it all to provide you with the service you deserve. Call today. New Power Property Services. They do cleaning for residential, commercial, home, business, apartments, whatever. New Power Property Services.
And they clean the floors of the forest?
They are the clean freaks. They will clean anything that you ask them to clean. Anything at all. And also, don't forget, we have shirts now. We have the Andrew Z shirts.
Did we get those?
Are they for sale?
I think they're for sale.
I didn't get mine.
No, I don't think we got them. I don't think we have them, but they're for sale.
No, I specifically remember putting in my size.
Yeah, I remember sending that shady email.
Hey, what do you look like?
Did you send the shirtless picture that they asked for, Jake?
Yeah, I did.
I did. I still haven't got my shirt either.
It was weird that they sent back that you need a bra, and I was like, what the hell?
Southpaw Customs, by the way. Southpaw Customs is our official apparel. They do shirts, and we got some mugs and some other stuff too that will be coming.
And they didn't really ask for topless pics.
And by the way, look at my shirt. Look at my shirt I'm wearing. Look at the shirt I'm wearing right now, Donnie.
Oh, I never see. I'm colorblind, so I didn't actually see the hidden word earlier.
It says I have.
What kind of colorblind are you, Donnie?
Hold on.
Red, green. There's a couple of red greens. But.
I love how your wife's in the corner right now, making sure that you said this.
It says
and eating cheese.
It says I have a very hot wife in white. But then in gray on the both sides of the hot, it says psychotic, PSY, and then C, and then HOT, and then IC. Psychotic wife. Okay.
Like a Crossword puzzle.
Did she buy that?
No, I bought that.
Oh.
How's that couch?
You bought that?
She knew we bought it. I wanted to say something real quick. Oh yeah. So we talked about Jake. and he wanted to say something sad at the beginning of the show, and we put it off. Thank God.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Jake, is now the time, or can we do more fun stuff, or do we get it? I don't know.
All right, just
talk about the dead people already.
Go ahead.
All right, that's basically what it is. That's the worst segue to that, Chris. Thank you, I appreciate it.
What an asshole,
Christopher.
God.
All right, so shout out to my family. I lost my godmother this week.
Oh God, I didn't know it was this.
Yeah, so I lost my godmother. She was 80. I mean,
I thought we were talking about celebrities. I'm sorry, Jake.
No. Well, she was a celebrity to me, Chris.
Yeah.
She bought me the He-Man Power of Point Dread when I was a kid.
Oh, well.
Power of Point what?
Power of Point Dread. It was the Talon Fighter.
Oh, okay.
We are the most ADD group of people I have.
So shout out to my family who, some of her kids live in Florida. They can't come to say goodbye to her. And with the COVID, some of the COVID stuff, it's gonna be hard for the family to say goodbye.
I could do a eulogy. I'm a minister.
For the love of God, don't let
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this
thing
called life.
Are you gonna live stream the funeral?
No.
Why not? That's the thing now.
Well, yeah, I'm not doing that.
All right.
But anyway,
sorry for your loss.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're sorry, brother.
She was 80. I mean, like, I'm not.
Well, don't run us down this gauntlet. It's like, okay, we lost
she
my
was
grandmother.
We're
sorry.
She was 80. No, I mean she was my godmother.
I'm not saying.
But the thing that struck me more this week is that a kid from my high school, my classmate, and somebody that I grew up with, and we were friends when we were kids, he died as well this week.
Right. He was also a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Nobody knows. It's kind of being hush hush, and I feel like there's a little bit more to the story that we don't know yet, and I don't want to speculate, and I don't want to say anything, but
I've seen a lot of my Facebook friends, like either friends or families, die, and it always makes you wonder when they don't put the cause. Like then you start to speculate. Then you start to speculate.
Don't speculate.
I'm not going to speculate. But it's just sad knowing that somebody your age, he was the same age as me, he's 40 years old. He was a classmate. Like, he would stay the night at my house when we were kids, and we would play baseball and football and hang out. And
he was a great kid.
He absolutely was. And from my understanding, that he grew up to be, he had a psychology degree, and he went on to help a lot of other people. And I actually had another.
He was a recovering addict, and he went on to help a whole lot of other addicts.
Right, and I had another friend of mine who was like that, who hit me up today and was like, "Do you know what happened?" I said, "I don't, and I don't want to speculate, but I'm just, it's very sad."
It was not a relapse. I'll just tell you, that's the family's business. They're good friends of mine.
Right.
It was not a relapse. And he was truly like focused on how good he did and how many people he brought back from the brink of death themselves.
Right, and that's what my buddy sent me the
amazing
message today.
Kid.
And he was like, "Man, I'll always be grateful for that guy because he saved me, and he saved my life." And I was like, "Well, that's amazing." And I got to acknowledge that on the air tonight, that Nick did some good things in his life, and a lot of people are very grateful for what he went on to be in his life. And that's a true sad loss right there.
Oh, absolutely. Sugar,
it is, and also on a little bit so Nick's legacy can continue helping people. If you are an addict and you feel like you don't have anything going, you don't feel like you have a future, Nick turned his life around and he saved lives, and you can do that.
Absolutely.
You have that in you.
Yeah.
He didn't think he did at one point either. And he got it together. He turned it around. So can you. So if Nick can continue helping people through his death, then I'm sure he would love to do that. So I'll just throw that out there that you absolutely can do this.
Absolutely.
Sugar, go ahead.
Well, I was going to completely change the subject. So do we want to do that or not?
Well, real quick, before you do that, real quick, I'm older than most of you guys by a couple of years, but it does make you start to reflect when people your own age start dying. You're like, shit, dude, I got like I have like 40 years left, right? I mean, I'm supposed to live till like 85, 90. And I'm like, God, what's going on right now? I mean, literally, you don't know when it's going to happen. And I think as you get older and people, like you said, your age or around, you're surrounded by, start to die. You're like, oh shit. I don't have as long as I thought I did, maybe.
And one of the things is that's a kid I hung out with when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. Like, back then we thought we had the rest of the world in front of us forever.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Tifel, go ahead.
I was going to say, I know where you're coming from with that. I mean, like, Kim Jong-un and I are the same age, and right now he's supposedly in a coma. That made me schedule a doctor's appointment to really kind of check things out.
See, I know.
I feel like he can't die twice in 2 months. Like, this is not right. Like, stop dying.
I don't think he ever was not dying. I think it was a double.
Is this the second number 5? Come on now.
Are we going back to a couple months ago, or did this happen again that I didn't know about?
No, yeah, it happened again. He's in a coma again.
Oh. I'm with Tifel. I don't think that he was ever undead. I think that that's a double or something.
Yeah.
Or a reptilian clone, which is like far more likely.
All right, Sugar, change the subject. Go.
Changing the subject. So I got a COVID test last week. Obviously, it came back negative because I had the fucking sniffles. But now the sniffles are possibly deadly. But I had 3 personal friends, people who I know, inbox me and say, "Hey, I really hope you don't have COVID. I had it and it sucked." So I think there's a lot of people who had COVID and know they had COVID and nobody knows about it. And like these people went to the doctor, everything, like they were making it up. They're like, "Hey, I really hope you don't have it. I had it. This is what happened, blah, 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 blah." And that's 3 people. So I imagine if 3 people out of my immediate friends came forward, how many of my Facebook friends have not come forward?
Right.
So I think it is far more prevalent than anybody knows.
And on this show, there's 7 people. How many have got tested because they thought they might have had it? Tifel, Gina, Chandra, Sugar. 4 out of the 7. 4 out of the 7. Luckily, as far as we know, no one's got it, which is good. Except, you guys know Trainer Jeff, right? Trainer Jeff's been with us from the beginning. Trainer Jeff got the COVID.
Yeah.
He got the Rona.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
He's one of those guys that he makes fun of everything. I'm going to pull up his Facebook page.
Is he done with it now? Was it a while ago?
Yeah, it was a little while ago, but he got it at his gym. Someone at his gym, and
mind you, this is a man of damn near perfect health.
Too. I know his body is ridiculous.
Fit, real healthy, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I look like Jabba the Hutt in lipstick, and I'm fine.
but you wouldn't be if you got the COVID.
It's Jabba the slut, by the way.
Thank you, Daddy.
Wait, where's? I gotta pull it up.
I can just see a COVID-addled Sugar, just leaving her house, trying to thinking she put the makeup on right, and just going trolling for dick while she's 105 temperature.
Have you ever been laying on the couch? Maybe it's just fat people. This might just be for me, Andrew, Sugar, and Tifel. Sitting on the couch and you're eating and you really think that, oh my God, I look like Jabba the Hutt right now.
Yes, girl.
Yeah, I know.
I've been playing my Switch on my Animal Crossing and accidentally my face reflects on the screen. I'm like, oh God.
Here you go. It's a hot day. It's a hot day. You're sitting on your couch. You're kind of maybe you're sweating a little bit, but you got your fan right there. You just kind of lift up your stomach a little bit just to kind of get that area right there.
So with that story, when my kids first got the Kinect, they would play this game. I forget what it was called, but something Adventures or something like that. And I didn't know that the thing took pictures. So I'm in the background on the couch and all my fat, and this was at my fat peak. Right, this is fat, and my shirt, when it was riding up, so my belly's just hanging out. Got my legs, I'm man spreading or whatever you call it, and I'm just sitting there I got food in my hand. And all of a sudden, the pictures start flashing across the screen, and I'm not kidding you. This is me. I'm sitting there. Oh look, ha! And the pictures come, and I was mid-bite. What the fuck? Delete those right now. Where do those go? Is it being uploaded? I was freaking out. Oh my God, where are these pictures? But yeah, it was. That was. It's horrifying.
It's. I was gonna say something. Okay, wait. We're just talking about fat, and then there was something else.
The fan. Lifting up your belly for the fan.
No, it wasn't. God damn it, I can't remember. Go ahead,
Jabba
Jake.
the Hutt,
Go ahead, Jake.
looking like Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt, real quick, and I'll go to you, Jake. Let me just finish real quick. So I used to be on Fox Toledo every day. And every day they try to put me in a fucking chair, and I'm like, I want to stand. And they want to put me. I said, no, I look like I have no bones. I'm just there.
I look like a melting ice cream cone.
I'm not gonna sit down in a chair on television.
He was about to get choked out by Princess Leia.
And they're not giving you regular chairs.
No,
they're giving you like the bar stool thing to sit on.
Yes.
So all somebody sees is a pole going up your ass.
It's the worst.
Like a regular skinny person sitting on that chair. Like if Jake sat on the chair, they would see a little bit of the chair.
Yeah.
But when like me or Andrew or somebody would sit on this chair, there's nothing.
Exactly.
I like how Tifo left Sugar and I out of that comment.
Okay,
that was very
he's a
gentlemanly
wise
of you.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jake.
Well, no, and now to be Debbie Downer again, I
Okay,
feel
here
like
we
that's
go.
the whole
Jesus.
thing of the show is like that's the thing about this virus is that you don't know. Like you could be completely healthy. Like all of us right now in this room, there's 3 of us, and we're pretty much 6 feet apart. But the problem
Donnie's having a freaking heart attack, dummy. Why would you do that? He just had a visual anxiety attack.
But it's
like I could
we
see
don't
it.
know. Like all of us could have had it at one point. I will say this, and I don't know if it means anything or anything not, but like I've noticed lately that I can smell a lot more than what I thought I did before, and I was like, is that just a heightened sense that's coming with 40? Or did I have Corona for 6 months and I didn't smell anything?
Talking about Jesus.
Like everything, I can smell everything now. Like
Jake,
somebody be cooking, I'd be like, "Oh my god, that's tamales."
Jake, I know you get excited because you have living at home with an apartment with just your cat, but and so when you have people that are actually will talk back and forth, you want to say everything, but not everything needs to come out on the air. Not everything. It's okay. Just save the good stuff for us, Jake. Save the rest for your goddamn cat. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Donnie.
Well, and let me just preface this. I wear the mask. I take precautions.
Yes.
But that's why it's so hard for everyone to get on board, because it's like this virus is very deadly. It's either going to kill you or it's not going to do anything at all, and you'll never know that you had it, and you'll be fine. 100% fine.
Which reminds me, Donnie, I've been meaning to call you on the mat. On all your little pictures with your car sales, you're not wearing a mask.
Yes,
maskless.
No, gators don't count.
I wear a mask the whole time, and when I take the photo, if you notice, the selfie photo, it's social distance. I'm like 10 feet in front of the customer and the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the perspective is all off on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here real quick, Jeff DeGroff. This is a guy that makes fun of everything. He doesn't really take anything serious. He's in great shape. Well, first of all, Channel 11 did a story on his gym, said Lambertville gym owner speaks out after members test positive for COVID-19. So Jeff posted on his Facebook page, "It spread like wildfire. I had it, and I thought it was a head cold. Within 2 days, it spread throughout the gym. Take whatever you need to take with this information and learn from it. Keep your body moving if and when you get it, because that will help your mind and body kick it. Good luck, people, because I have a feeling once school starts, it's going to spread throughout our communities like crazy. God bless. Also, if any COVID survivors are reading this need help for free training, I'll give you a deal." No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But that's one of those. He's one of those nays. He kicked his ass, and he's like, "Oh God, this shit is real."
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, let me take a quick break. Twice but nice.
There ain't no break. It's not 59.
It is. Yes, it is.
Take the break.
Twice but nice resale shop. We buy and sell baby equipment, toys, books, outerwears, clothes, formula, diapers, and more to fit your family's needs. They have clothing for boys and girls 0 to 16. Also, they have Planet Fashion, which is a teen adult section in the store. Twice but nice resale shop. And I guess that's all I got. That's all I got.
About
All right.
Steel Monkey Studios. I hear they have really great mattresses in your garage.
Yes.
Tested.
Shut up,
Kid
Sugar.
test? No. I'm not going
They're like
there.
kid tested, mother approved.
Deal Monkey. They got stuff if you need it. Go to
They
Facebook.
got stuff. It's in my garage. It smells bad. Please stop with us.
Sugar, I'm going to kick your ass. All right, anybody got final thoughts? Final thoughts, anybody? Final thoughts?
Just go check your
My
garage.
final thoughts is
Everyone.
Yeah. Shop at Deal Monkey Studios. Get a deal.
I swear to God, dude.
It's like a garage sale, but worse.
Andrew's got heavily discounted mattresses right now.
if you
Deeply just at cost.
Yes. Mattresses. They're great if you can stand the smell.
Yes. And almost no dead possum fur.
Almost no.
Almost.
All right. Well, now, Chandra, real quick before we go, did you have fun? Did you like it? Was it everything you expected?
It was amazing and everything I expected. And maybe next time I will talk over everyone.
Oh,
right on!
Nice.
Yes!
Good job, Sandra. Good job. For Chandra, Chris Tiefel, Southside Gina, Jake Dickey, Donnie P, and Sugar Vermont, I'm Andrew Z. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on
Everybody heard it. A woman
Wednesday.
said I was amazing.
We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.